Friday, Flosstube. Hello, crafty friends. Today is Friday, May the 8th, and it's my mother's birthday. So we had a nice chat this morning. It's always nice to check in, but it's too bad that I won't be able to see her today on her big day. So happy birthday, Mom. Hope you're enjoying your day. So today is Focus on a Designer Day, and the designer for today is Tempting Tangles Designs. So I'm going to take care of a few things on the front end here so that I can spend the rest of the episode focusing on Tempting Tangles Designs. My name is Caroline. Welcome to my channel. I live in London, Ontario, Canada, and at the moment this is the channel where I'm doing daily crafting, chat, dog-filled, children-filled, friendly daily videos. I just wanted to let Trina know, Trina from Brantford, and actually Trina and I have found that we have a mutual connection through our friend Audrey, who passed away, and Trina knew Audrey as well. We who were Audrey's London friends always knew about the Brantford stitching group because Audrey would go on a stitching retreat with them in the month of May, and at the same place where we used to have our bi-yearly stitching retreat. And Audrey would go a third time to the same place. It was this large bed and breakfast in Zurich, Ontario, which is near Grand Bend. And it was a beautiful place, and it was a lovely retreat. And Audrey would always tell us really nice things about the Brantford ladies who had welcomed her into their group. And so it's been really nice to feel like I've gotten to know Trina a little bit better through Audrey. So Trina sent me a few things, 2 patterns in the mail, and I just wanted her to know that they received safe and sound. And one of them she tucked in for me because she knows that I'm a fan of By the Bay needle art, and I don't have this pattern. So Trina, thank you. Thank you so much. Can you see those little sheep up there? So cute. Look at the little sheep. So this is called Autumn Hill, and the copyright date on this is 2005. Donna Bayless, By the Bay. Such neat designs that she does. Very cool. The other chart that Trina sent was in ink circles, and these are so funny. This is Swimming Hole. This is from the Bad Neighborhood series, which is so funny. It's so funny. I have to read you the back of this, where it says, Swimming Hole is the 6th in a series of Bad Neighborhoods, designed especially for those of you who have seen enough charts of charming sweet abodes to fill the globe. Welcome to our splashy summer pool house. Kick back in one of the Adirondack chairs and read a cheesy romance novel, or go for a swim. The deep end is about to get very deep. For the record, star-nosed moles are excellent swimmers. So if you can see, that's what's down here in the hole. A couple of moles. And there's the swimming pool. Isn't that fun? That's a whole series. They're really quite funny, actually. So, and Trina sent this for giveaway. So look for this chart on Monday, because I've decided that this is going to be the Because Monday giveaway. So we'll give that away over in the Facebook group on Monday. Okay, 2 more things. A little bit of business first of all. Remember I showed you this Amish wedge tote, the Amish Life fabric wedge tote yesterday, and I said, oh, shop opening at 10 a.m. Yes, I did everything correctly for the shop update, except when I loaded in this particular bag, I set it to go live at 10 p.m. instead of 10 a.m. And a huge shout out to Nellie V, who left me a comment and said, I went looking for that bag and I couldn't find it on your site. And I thought, uh-oh. So I zipped over and checked it out, and it was the only one that I had set incorrectly. It has now been fixed. So if you were there at 10 a.m. waiting for this bag and it wasn't there and you thought, that's weird, it was weird, but it is in there now. My goodness. Okay, so anyways, ink circles, thread and eye mandala. my 30-minute daily morning project where I stitch for 15 to 30 minutes with my cup of coffee in the morning before I get going. And since I'm doing daily videos, I'm taking a screen capture of my progress so that I can look back fondly and realize that I actually did accomplish something. So I filled in the 2 green motifs on either side here. It looks a bit like a butterfly there now, doesn't it? Someone asked me yesterday if I was using the called for colors in this pattern, and no, the way this pattern worked was that it had 4 suggested color family groups, and you get to choose. So it's kind of a choose your own adventure type of pattern. At the moment, this pattern is not available for purchase. However, we have requested Ink Circles to re-release it, and she is working on it. So as soon as I know that it's available for purchase, I'll let everybody know. And so here's my progress as of this morning. So screenshot. These are all going to be really ridiculous at the end when I go back and I flip through them. They're going to be really funny. So, you know, it's coming along. Fill in the blanks. Okay, moving on to today's special designer of the week. And they have no idea who I am or what I'm doing. So this is so much fun because I love to think that I'm sure there are many of you out there who already know about Tempting Tangles Designs, but there's probably lots of you who don't. And so this is a great way for us to explore new designers. And in fact, it's because of somebody who won one of the High Tea PDF chart giveaways from last month, Madame Ice, and I don't have her permission to use her first name, so I'm going to go by her YouTube screen name, which is Madame Ice. She won one of the PDF charts, and the one that she ended up choosing was a design from Tempting Tangles Designs, which then led me down the garden path into, ooh, look at that, and look at that, and look at that. Tempting Tangles Designs, from what I can see from their website, is 2 designers, Deb and Ina. And I'm not sure where they're from. You know, I couldn't quite figure out where they live. However, you know, they're online, and you can purchase most of these patterns as PDFs. So what I did was I did a little browse around, and first of all, I'm going to show you the chart that the winner chose as her PDF, because I thought it was really eye-catching, and it was a chart about Peter Pan. So I'm going to put a screenshot in right here. Isn't that neat? I thought that was really cool. So then I started, you know, flicking around the website. Actually, and I should also say that I did contact, I had to send a message to the shop, because when you purchase a PDF to gift to someone else, it's a bit tricky, because I've never come across a situation where you can purchase a PDF for someone else. And I don't want to get into copyright trouble, right? Like, I don't want to necessarily purchase something and then just email it to someone else, because that's not really allowed, right? Because then I have a copy of the PDF and I'm sharing it with someone else, which is not really how copyright works. And so I email the designer and I say, I would like to purchase this pattern for so-and-so, this email address. Can I just purchase it and you email it to them, or do I have your permission to email it to them? I always like to have that permission before I, you know, send a PDF to anyone else. You can't share PDFs. So if you have a hard copy of a pattern like this that Trina sent me, once you're done stitching it and you want to pass it along to another stitcher, that, to my knowledge, is okay. Though we always try to encourage people to purchase patterns for themselves just to support the designers. But with PDFs, that's not the case. Once you're done stitching it, you technically should either destroy the digital copy, or you can stitch it again. It's yours, you own it, but you can't share it. So anyways, in a nutshell, that's just why I do that. So I emailed Tempting Tangles Design, and Deb messaged me back. I'm gonna say within 20 minutes of me messaging her. It was great customer service, and she doesn't know who I am. So she wasn't trying to make a good impression. Do you know what I mean? That's just, their customer service is good. So anyways, I had her permission to email the pattern directly to Madam Ice, which I did, and then I went back and I started looking around the website at all of the different patterns, and it's two designers, Deb and Ina. They have a lot of Quaker designs. They have a lot of colorful Quaker designs, which is a little unusual because generally Quaker designs tend to be a little more muted in tone. And many of their charts were a little bit brighter in color and you know what I mean? So the first one that I noticed was this one that's called Long Way Home. So the phrase on it says, let's take the long way home, over the river and through the wood. So let me, I know that showing you on the iPad is not ideal, and I will insert some actual photos of some of the other designs, but just so that you can get an idea. Isn't that beautiful? It's so pretty. And it's a mix of, you know, traditional Quaker with a little bit more modern sort of reimagining of the design. I really like that. And then they have charts on coffee and tea, which I'm always usually attracted to. And I thought this one was particularly beautiful. So it's called Coffee Compendium. And it's really quite elegant. So it's got all of the different ways that you can say or dream of coffee and types of coffee, and it's done in this really sort of elegant lettered way, which I think would look beautiful in your kitchen. Oh, I really like that. So the chart that I purchased was the Peter Pan chart. But I'm tempted to go back and get this. Well, actually, I'll tell you what I'm even more tempted by. So that's what I'm going to get into next. One really interesting thing that Tempting Tangles does, and is a big reason why I'm featuring them today, is they do mystery stitch-alongs, and like really interesting mystery stitch-alongs. They are Quaker stitch-alongs, and they also are places. So from what I could see, 2 of them are finished already. Quakers in France, which looks like this. So that's Quakers in France. Isn't it beautiful? And then there was, oh, I didn't take a picture of it. Quakers in Holland. So what I'll do is I'll insert a screenshot of Quakers in Holland right here. And then now, at the moment, they have 2 ongoing mystery stitch-alongs underway. And so I think the one that started last, no, I don't have a photo of it. Okay, so the one that started last October is Quakers in Japan. And so you can see on their website the little, they've got, of course, because it's a mystery stitch along, they've only got a little screen capture of what they released when they initially released the stitch along. And then the newest one that they just started in March of this year is the Quakers in Scotland mystery stitch along. So from what I can tell, the Japanese Quakers is not quite done yet. So they're still releasing the monthly, or no, excuse me, it's every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks you get a small part of the design. And at the moment, the newest one that was released in March is Quakers in Scotland. So it looks like, sorry, that's my son's iPad dinging over there. So that's the little piece of the puzzle that they show you for the stitch along. And what's really interesting about this, so they send you, what is it? It's like 16 small little bite-sized bits of stitching that they send you every 2 weeks. and it's $6.50 for the entire stitch along. So $6.50 gets you basically the stitch along, and every 2 weeks they email you the next section. I'm pretty sure I understand this correctly. There is actually a button you can push that tells you all about their stitch along rules, and there's a Facebook group you can join where I think you can even download the files there once you've purchased it, right? Though I may have that wrong. They may just email them directly to you. So the Quakers in Scotland started in March. It's done, when did they say it was done? I can't remember. But it's $6.50 for all of those small little parts. If you wait until the stitch along is over and you want to buy the thing as a whole, like the Quakers in Holland, then I think the price on that was about $16 for the entire chart. So you are you're getting quite a discount if you purchase it as a mystery stitch along versus buying it as the entire pattern. But isn't that neat? I mean, a little teeny bite size of a mystery stitch along every 2 weeks, and you can travel to a little place with your Quaker. I think that's really cool. I am very, very, very tempted by both. Well, I'll be honest with you. The entire Quakers in Holland and the Quakers in Scotland. I've never been to Holland. Never been to the Netherlands. One of these days I'd love to go there. And in Scotland I've been a few times. John has relatives there, and I've been to Scotland a few times, and it is one of my favorite places in the entire world. It's just beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. I mean, the world is a beautiful place, and Scotland has a special little place in my heart. So that mystery stitch along, tempting. See what I did there? Oh, that's bad. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little look at Tempting Tangles Designs. And if it's a new to you designer, you're welcome. They have some really, really neat designs, and a huge thank you from me to Madam Ice for pointing me in that direction. So awesome. Really, really excellent. Okay, just a little update on last week's Focus on a Designer. I highlighted Willow Hill, and they got in touch with me afterwards, and it was really nice to hear that they'd had positive response from the shout out last week. And I may or may not have a couple of PDFs to give away next week. So be on the lookout for that, because it'll be fun. Okay, so I'm off to finish some sewing for this afternoon. And what else have we got on deck? John's just out grocery shopping at the moment. He's planning spaghetti and meatballs for dinner, which sounds pretty good to me. And maybe I can convince everybody to veg out tonight and watch a movie, because it's Friday off the grid. It's Friday night, so it's 6 hours of stitching if you can manage it, or any, you know, if you can only do an hour, you're still part of the party. There's a Facebook group, Friday Off the Grid. And tonight I am going to be focusing on Savon. My friend Gail Bello on the Facebook group posted her starting picture already, and she said that she was wanting to work on this tonight, and I thought, yep, let's do it. Let's work on that. So my 6 hours tonight is going to be entirely on Savon. So I look forward to sharing that with you tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow for another daily crafty chat. Okay, so that's it for me. I'm off. Happy stitching, everybody. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.